Hi guys, it's Debbie, or Kendra. I wanted to come on today to share a little bit about my journey here in the spring in New Hampshire. Almost all of our snow is gone. I have a little patch in my patio area that doesn't get the sun all day, so we still have a little bit there, but it's almost all gone. We've turned into a mud pit, but it's a welcome sight. There was definitely too much gray and white around here this year. So I started my seeds. Last year we tried to do organic gardening. Epic fail. Not much grew. I had nothing to can, and I didn't do any magic in the garden at all last year. So this year I'm changing that. I'm gonna do ritual in my garden and simple blessings. I'm gonna plant malachite and moss agate and probably some green calcite, all of which help gardening. I also did some research and found some fun folklore type of stuff that I wanted to share with you. So, and it may be true, it may work, who knows. We can try it and find out, and let me know if you try any of these things and how they work for you, if you saw a difference or not. So, the planting by the phase of the moon, which a lot of people know, but I didn't know what they meant by that. So the first quarter, you plant anything that grows above the ground. Cucumbers, like lettuce and spinach, kale, collard greens, that kind of thing. And then the last quarter, you plant any like legume. So green beans, you can even do watermelons. You know, the things with the larger seeds in them, I guess, is the last quarter of the moon. And then for a full moon, you want to plant your potatoes, yams, carrots, radishes, anything that grows underground, parsnips. Last thing I wanted to share, if you guys don't know too much about gardening, if you're new or whatever, I love Indian traditions in my magical practice. And I learned about the American Indian Three Sisters planting, which is the corn gets planted first, then the green beans climb up the corn, and then you plant squash around the perimeter of the base of the corn, and that protects their shallow roots from dryness, you know, getting dried out and stuff, and from the weeds growing. So I thought that was really cool. And usually the old traditions stand because they work. So I think I might try that too, and I'll show you how our progress is. So another couple more folklore type of things that I found was you plant your potatoes at night so the light won't hurt their eyes. I thought that was pretty funny. And then for a good crop of watermelons, you crawl to the patch backwards on May 1st. So I have not had good luck with watermelons at all. I grew one once, and it was super sweet, but it was about the size of a basketball. You know, it didn't get nice and big like the ones in the market and stuff do. So I don't know. I think our growing season is too short for fruit. I don't have good luck with cantaloupe either. So we stick to most things we can. Green beans, tomatoes, peas, you know, potatoes. I can even pressure can potatoes now. I have a pressure canner. So anyway, so add some magic into your vegetable garden. I wanted to show you my grow box, and this was an experiment. This is like aluminum foil, and but it's a sheet of it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's thick and it's sticky on one side. I don't know what it was for. We got it gifted to us, so I figured we'd use it for this. And we have a grow light, and in here I have tomatoes and peppers, and they're drying out. I didn't know if any of you gardened, but and it's wet, like the soil is nice and moist and things. So I'm thinking about doing maybe a spell over them to help them along a little bit better. I think these ones I've lost, but I'll show you the ones outside that I think I can save. This is my basil. That's dying too. Oregano. That doesn't look too healthy. Definitely my tomato plants have died, or in the process of dying. And these pepper plants aren't doing too great either. So I was just wondering, maybe you guys have some experience with gardening and seed starting and any magical spells or the gods or goddesses that you call. Come outside, I'll show you the other ones, and hopefully you guys have some more suggestions. It was so nice today, I figured I'd let these guys get some natural sunlight. And see, some of these have gone too. I don't know what's happening to them, but they're getting yellowed. Somebody said there's not enough light. Other people say on Facebook that there's not enough nutrients. And I didn't do organic this year because we had an epic fail with organic last year. So I just did regular seeds. So what crystals would you put in the cups? I have spell chips that I use for spells, and I thought maybe one in each thing would be good to give them some extra energy to grow. So, and down here I have peppers and oregano, and they're not doing so hot either, but so yeah, any tips and tricks you guys have for starting your seeds and growing your garden, I'd really appreciate some input. So, I wanted to share with you my Book of Shadows journal garden spell or blessing for this year. And it's Abundance Garden Magic. I think I'm going to go over that with a Sharpie to make it more pronounced. And then Priapus is a vegetable, good for gardening god, one of the lesser Roman gods. Rhea for nature. And the crystals, malachite, moss agate, and green calcite. The essential oils I found were eucalyptus, lavender, and lemon. And then I have the moon phases for planting the different types of things. And I drew a little picture of the Three Sisters gardening, which is an American Indian tradition. And then my inner bard, my inner bard came out, so I wrote a little blessing for it. It says, abundance will flow and my garden will grow. Priapus and Rhea, I call upon you. Please lend your energies to increase our yield and make our family easier to feed. This year in gardening will be blessed and offerings for you will abound as the wheel of the year progresses around. And I signed it Kendra 2015. So I just wanted to add that in and show you what I did. And if I have a cameraman that day, I'll take you up in the garden with me. You know, you can incorporate magic all in your life. And the garden is just, it's a nice way to honor your god and goddess. And it's a good way to be more self-reliant, grow your own food. You know what goes into it, you know what comes out, and it's so much better for you and a heck of a lot cheaper than buying it at the store. So